All of the reporters who were in the newsroom were gathered around the news desk, and two of the top people from corporate, from Scripps, were there. And immediately, when you see that scene, given what's happening to journalism across the country, they're not there to tell you good news. When they explained that the Rocky was for sale for a month, it would be very hard in any environment to sell a newspaper in a month.
And I asked that question and people said, what was the answer? And I go, I have no idea what the answer was because I was so shell-shocked.
Yeah, because I don't think you want to say Obama's charged to Salazar, right? That's just too wordy.
Yeah,
you don't need it.
It's obvious from the image.
Yeah, and I wonder if you should go to 2 lines.
The Tuesday before the announcement, I ordered my 25th anniversary gift of being at Scripps Howard, which was a set of knives which may come in handy in a couple months or a couple weeks. And the next day, I was in an hour-long training session, this complicated training session of how to do the new payroll system. So, was this a shock? Oh, unbelievable shock. I mean, why would you go through this brain damage of a new payroll system if you're going to be shut down in a few weeks? I still don't know how to do my payroll. I've got to learn that, too.
There's always been an attitude of let's embrace opportunity and let's embrace change.
It's the paper, you know, it's Denver, you know.
The Rocky Mountain News is a terrific paper. I tell you what, if you take out that paper, people will not be informed anymore. And an uninformed society breeds a lot of social evils.
Modern technology, people grabbing things over the internet, and everything's going so fast, they're overlooking the simple, important things, you know, like the paper. Yeah, you know, you won't miss it till it's gone.
I'm an online Rocky reader. Rocky's been my homepage since I moved to Denver several years ago, and it's really what keeps me in touch with the local community.
You bailing out everybody else, bail out my paper. You know, because we need that. You know, it's just, like I say, it's a part of any major city.
They're the pulse of America. They're what feeds upward into those national news stories. So the national news stories can pick and choose what's the topic of the day. The national news is not going to come back and go to a local school board meeting and try and figure out what's going on. The national news doesn't really care. The Rocky Mountain News, the Denver Post, those are the ones that are driving the improvements in the community, really.
Well, if it was up to me and we only had one paper, we'd keep the Rocky, but we would be very sad. I don't know what we would do for our news source. We may go to online to a paper outside of town. We may take the other paper, I don't know, but we're just very sad about it right now.
I've used the kind of the analogy or whatever where when you know somebody like a family member or whatever is ill and is not going to do well, and you know it's a matter of time, and still when you get that kind of, you know, when that finality hits in, or when you get the word or the call in the middle of the night that they passed away, it's that kind of a thing where you know it's coming, but still doesn't make it any easier.
Everywhere you go in the community these last 2 months, I mean, this week I was on the West Slope and talking to, you know, gas drillers and welders and people who are losing their job in the economy, and they all knew about the Rocky Mountain News. That story's never going to run.
scheduled for Saturday.